do the go like this. With a glow like this, and a like this. Can't nobody drop it low like. Now to the good part.
Hi, everyone. We got the second game of the NBA Cup group stage for these two teams. This one has a little more meaning than your average regular season game. I'm Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Tim Legler, along with our reporter, Allie LaForce. Let's see the stat sheet here for Jaime Jaquez.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
So here's Miami.
D-Wade must be hurt.
Wiggins is out there with Adebayo. And it's Mitchell. Then there's Powell. And it's Larson in at the small forward position. And for the Knicks. And the forwards will be Bridges and Hart. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Houston at the 2 spot. And this is just the second game of the group stage. But already, this is a must-win, we think, for both teams.
Yeah, you only get 4 of these group games. Each of these teams already 0-1. So if you get a second loss, the odds of you advancing are basically nil.
And it's the Heat with the ball. Jalen Brunson missing his last shot. Good on the shot.
And each year, Adebayo looks more and more comfortable shooting the ball off the catch. He's become a scoring threat from all over the floor.
Brunson, no good. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
A bit ago, Mike Brown and I were able to chat. Coach brought up the challenges that Bam Adebayo poses on both ends.
Come on, guys, damn.
He told me offensively, Bam doesn't force much. He gets his points within the flow of the offense. He's a great finisher and facilitator. And defensively, he can guard anybody. He might be the most versatile defender in the league.
Come on,
and
Jesus,
Allie, thanks
man.
so much. Larson. Rebounded by Hart. Knicks have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Back to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
And forget those threes. Cat, get the easy ones.
2. First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Mitchell against Brunson. That 3 off the mark. For New York, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Down low, Bridges. And the layup's good off the glass.
Nimble inside play by Bridges, working his way to a close-range shot.
And last season, the Heat trading away Jimmy Butler. Tim, that ended a memorable stretch with some terrific wins.
Yeah, playoff Jimmy emerged in South Beach, a trip to the finals in 2020 as a 5 seed, and again in 2023 as an 8 seed. Underdog runs that highlighted this team's competitive will. Man, he put a little something extra on that finish.
And another look at that last play with the AT&T connected cam. Here's Brunson, and he banks in the layup.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Mitchell passes to Powell. Back to Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. With the teardrop, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Watching the trajectory on a floater never gets old. One of the most fun ways to score that this league has.
Here's Brunson. A shot that time.
Brunson, man, damn.
Good D by Mitchell.
Yeah, he has had a hard time finding rhythm this quarter. Just cannot get one to go.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
Yeah, he's solid from out there. Wiggins just producing year after year in this league.
Pass to Bridges. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And here's Adebayo. Adebayo with the screen on Bridges. Wiggins outside. Here's Adebayo. Defended by Towns. Good. Nice job down
That was my
low.
fault. I fell for that fake.
Adebayo's got 6.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Brunson the pass to Hart. Back to Brunson. New York moving it around. To the paint. There's Towns. Up and in on the layup.
A prolific inside scorer since his first day in the league. Towns gets the job done down low.
You know, he's smaller for the center position by NBA standards, but his leaping ability more than makes up for his lack of height.
Now here's Brunson. Coming in off a 21-point game his last outing.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim unabated in stride.
And here are the Heat now. They lead by 4. Mitchell against Brunson. Adebayo kicks to Mitchell. That one falls coming off Adebayo's feet. Mitchell's got his second basket.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
And Brunson gets it to go.
Playing bigger than he looks. Brunson has a lot of heart.
Brunson against Mitchell. Powell feeling it out a bit. Again, the Heat good for 2.
He's an absolute beast to deal with for the defense. Sometimes he can even leave you feeling helpless.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's ready to talk things through with them. So New York ends up going with the new group. Jaime Jaquez, he's checked in for the Heat. Tyler Hero comes in for Mitchell. Knicks trail by 6. There's the drive. McBride's shot is off.
Those are the ones you definitely have to make. Sometimes there's just enough defense to make a miss.
Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo.
Well, just keep feeding him. He has been lights out.
And so Clarkson will bring it up for the New York Knicks. Last year marked the first All-Star appearance for Tyler Hero. Tim, he clearly is the pride in Milwaukee, one of the great high school players from that area.
Well, Kevin, he has finally put it all together and taken his game to the next level. Not just scoring, but also creating.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. You look at the Knicks. They're hoping to bounce back tonight after losing their first game of the NBA Cup.
Well, there is no margin for error. To have any chance to advance, you have to win this one. An 0-2 record means you are done in the Cup.
And now, checking out how Miami is doing. After losing the first game of this group play, you get the sense this team knows what they're up against.
Oh, no question. The message in the locker room should be relatively simple. Leave everything you have out there on the floor.
Here's Powell. The Knicks making the shot. Here's Hero. Still scoreless. Offline with his 3.
Well, the defense should consider themselves lucky there because he's not usually one to miss those kinds of looks.
Oh, you missed that. Come on.
The Heat leading by 8. Lets it go with a 3. Robinson pulls it in. Last outing for Miami, it was a loss to Cleveland.
And guys, if you don't control second chance opportunities, you don't control your fate. That has to be their key takeaway from that one.
They were destroyed on the glass. Just horrendous. That explains their loss.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, guys. The Miami Heat's head coach Eric Spoelstra talked about their approach, and he said, you got to try to take control of the game, set the tone, and play consistently throughout. Everybody's trying to do the same thing. It's who can impose their will longer than the other
Come
team.
on, McBride,
Kevin,
damn, make
back to
them
you.
lay up.
He knows his stuff. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Stolen by Robinson. And a fast break now for the Knicks. And it's Clarkson that time on the assist by Robinson.
Do not get in the way of Clarkson. That man wants buckets.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And a wide open look for Hero. The Knicks pull it in. They went to Miami for their last meeting with the Heat and came out with a win.
And it really was a difficult game for them in that previous matchup. Fortunately, they were able to just knock down their free throws down the stretch. And they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Guys, Bam Adebayo getting it done for the Heat. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. Back to the action in just a minute. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And when you consider how the Heat are doing, guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, the energy was there. The communication was there. I think they can build on this going forward.
Here's Jokic Jonas. We've got Miles McBride. Mitchell Robinson out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then there's Landry Shamet, and it's Clarkson in at the two-guard spot. They're the group New York will start the second with. Here's Jokic Jonas. Three-point lead. Now Clarkson in the corner. Shamet with it. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Hero from long range. Knicks with the rebound. To the inside. It's tipped. Hackers with the steal. And he makes that one. And the Heat lead by 3.
Oh, nice ball movement. Hero's an underrated passer. Makes great decisions.
Pass to Shamet. Lets it go from 11. And good. As it just snugs right down through the net. The Heat have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Here's Jaquez. Kicks it out to Hero. No good with the triple.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
And he doesn't have to do it alone. He's got 4 teammates on the floor. That's a breakdown defensively. He is far too good of a shooter to leave that wide open.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. And New York making a change. Kolic's checked in. And then for Miami, Larson's checked in. And it's Powell in for Hero.
Let's go, baby.
Pass to Jaquez. Mitchell outside. Again, the miss by the Heat.
And that leaves his coach scratching his head because you can't get a better look than that.
New York moving the ball around. Robinson kicks to Shannon. Here's Kolick. 6 to shoot. Outside, Towns. Launches a 3, and the Knicks hit again from deep.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
Powell, right side, picked his pocket. Towns down low. Jaquez defending. The Heat trail by 5. To the middle to stop the run, and it's good on the way in. Jaquez has got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, that's nice right there. Big man points in the paint for Jaquez.
Over in the corner, McBride. No good on the triple.
Oh, damn McBride.
For Miami, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Jaquez with the bucket.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, he took that up with great confidence. Tremendous finish.
McBride with the ball. Guarded by Powell. Now, here's Shannon. He's got 16. Here's Robinson. Bank shot. No good.
And that's a blown opportunity in close. He'd sure like to have that one back.
Knicks lead 36-33.
Here's Larson. Pass to Jaquez. Knicks with the rebound. Robinson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Now, here's Shannon. Guarded by Powell. Inside. Here's Ware. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got 4 rebounds in this game. And that one's good, Shannon.
And continues his perfect night. It's unreal. I just hope he doesn't believe in the announcer's jinx.
And so Eric Spoelstra will call a timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. And some changes here for the Heat. Bam Adebayo's checked in for Khalil Ware. And Andrew Wiggins is subbed in for Jaime Jaquez. And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Heat, trailing by 5. Powell finds Wiggins. Beyond the arc. Larson with the bucket. Larson's got 6.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
And I like seeing Brunson drive inside. Good at just keeping the pressure on the defense.
And a quiet disposition for Andrew Wiggins. Tim, he lets his game do the talking.
Well, Kevin, his teammates love him for that reason. And remember, he was a key cog in Golden State's title in 2022. And the Warriors players and coaches had a difficult time parting with him.
And so here is New York. Following Davion Mitchell's three-point attempt.
Nice.
Brunson, good.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Count that one. Here's Brunson. He's got 8. Pass to Houston. Three-pointer. Larson with the rebound. The Heat trail by 4. It's Powell on the wing. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Just about halfway through group play, here are the NBA Cup standings.
This competition has been really fun to watch. Some great games thus far. It feels like every year the NBA Cup.
Yeah, I love my first Cup game against Chicago Bulls, man. Jordan had my number.
1:52 left now here in the second. Brunson against Mitchell. Brunson right side. Pass to Towns. Good on the bucket. Towns has got 8 points.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
kicks it out to Wiggins. No good on the three. New York leading by 4. Bridges passes to Hart. Here's Houston. It's up a 3. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And great job from beyond the arc this quarter. They are now shooting the 3 at almost 60% for the game.
Wiggins outside. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
That is a big-time finish by Wiggins right there. I love when he finishes with that type of authority.
Here's Brunson. Pretty bucket inside by Brunson.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defender.
Foul down low. He's off on that one. New York's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Oh, staying strong inside. Brunson going right into the coverage to get the call.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one falls for Brunson.
And one area where Brunson's improved is in the clutch. He's a monster in crunch time. Nice to have a player you can depend on in those key situations.
Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. He's perfect from the line this time.
And one of the responsibilities with being a great player is making free throws.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Powell outside. Wiggins outside. Lock at 6. Pass to Adebayo. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Ball's knocked loose, and so the ball's out of bounds. Powell touched it last.
Well, it's a miracle that pass wasn't picked off. Instead, it goes out of bounds.
Yeah.
From deep, Brunson. And so it's the New York Knicks in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. They've dictated the pace, pushed the ball at every chance, and it's paying off for them. And we've got more M2K Sports coming your way after this break.
Also, Landry Shamet, man. He came through for me, man.
Thanks for joining us for this fun-filled burst of basketball bliss. We kick off tonight's show with the power rankings across the league.
Well, I think for the Knicks, fresh out the gates, they've already established themselves as one of the teams to beat.
That is certainly reflected in their ranking here, a team to be reckoned with. And let's dig into the first half now. Things looking pretty good for the Knicks.
Some teams say they're going to attack the paint. These guys are just doing it, and you see the result.
I know, that's music to your ears, and they need to keep playing that to you.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game.
Landry Shamet, he's a baller. Yup.
Tim, you know, you've played it for so long. The intensity of competition can lead to some heated communication, even between those on the same team.
Oh, Kevin, believe me, in the 10 years I played, that's as good as it gets. Woo! Well, Wiggins may look calm and cool out there, but he can put on a show at times.
And that's a great look at that
but you say go
slam
for the
from our
dunk. That's my
AT&T
fault.
Connected Cam. New York leading by 7. Here's Brunson. Oh, muscling it in. Brunson.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball.
Here's Adebayo. It's rebounded by New York. Towns has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Pass to Adebayo. Can't cash in from close range.
That's a missed opportunity, and that is one he would love to have back.
Here's Houston. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. To the inside. Here's Wiggins, and it's Wiggins with the jam.
Well, Wiggins is a guy that understands. Sometimes he blends in, and sometimes go be the alpha. That's exactly what he's doing right now.
And it's in there.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
Fades. That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Adebayo.
Well, he's been aggressive from the start, and as a result, it's all come together tonight for Bam offensively.
Hart finds Brunson. In the corner, it's Bridges. Goes back up. Hart, that's good. Hart's got the lead up to 9 now for the Knicks.
Well, he just outworked everybody there. Give him credit. He deserved to be rewarded for that effort.
Wiggins against Hart. Wiggins with the bounce pass. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Powell. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over.
Nice
And
D, baby. Nice
numbers
D.
for Karl Anthony Towns. 2nd in field goal percentage, and he's 3rd in the league in rebounding. Just a tremendous motor. He is always in pursuit of the ball.
And you mentioned it, he's the 2nd best shooter in the league right now. Quick trigger with just a little bit better footwork. He could take over that top spot. Brunson with a head of steam, and Adebayo sends it back. Powell, the pass to Larson. And Wiggins throws it down hard.
And what a powerful player Wiggins can be. Dunks like this remind you of that elite level athleticism.
You know, the Heat play in a glamour market, but Tim, Adebayo's game is all about substance.
Well, he has been the heart and soul of this team for a long time. A former mid-first-round pick, and he has turned himself into an all-star. And a big reason they have this lead is the way he's shooting the ball.
Mitchell passes to Adebayo. Adebayo with the screen on Bridges. Pass to Wiggins. And here's Adebayo, defended by Towns. That one's in there. The Knicks lead is cut back down to 7 after the points coming from Adebayo.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
This one for 3. Houston's shot's good.
Nice.
Houston's got his 2nd bucket tonight.
And this is where Houston is at his best. So good at just catching and shooting.
And Eric Spoelstra wants a timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. Tyler Hero, he's checked in for Pop. Now look at the hottest teams in the league. These squads have knocked down everything in the last 10 games. Number 1, the Knicks.
And over the last 10 games, they have done a great job at getting the shots they want and shooting a high percentage.
Adebayo kicks to Mitchell. Towns against Adebayo. Good for his 8th field goal. He's attempted a dozen shots.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Brunson against Mitchell. Brunson the pass to Hart. Here's Bridges. Good, and the assist goes to Towns.
Nice.
Towns has got 4 assists in the game.
And the all-around game of Towns can score it, rebound it, as well as pass the ball. So skilled at his position.
Come on, baby.
Hero kicks to Mitchell. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Larson misses the 3.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks a lot, guys. Tyler Hero wants to be the complete package. He said, quote, "I'm not thinking score, score, score. It's more about finding different ways to impact the game, knowing I don't have to force the issue. When I'm taking efficient shots and making the right passes, that makes us a dangerous team." Back to you.
Yeah, he's finding that balance. All right, Allie, as always, we thank you. Pass to Adebayo. Over Hart. That one a little long.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Tim is one of the most accurate three-point shooters this league has ever seen. Give us your top shooters in the game today.
Yeah, it's funny because you always say, well, obviously Steph, so it's almost like any conversation puts him in a different category. I obviously agree with that. I look at a guy like Damian Lillard with that unlimited range and his ability to pull up from anywhere. Even a guy like Trae Young, I would put into that category because of the range, Kevin. It just extends defenses so far.
What a list. Catching up on the changes for New York. Robinson's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Jeremy Sohan comes in for Josh Hart. And Miles McBride subbed in for Bridges. That free throw missing. And he sinks the second. So it's Miami now. It's a 13-point game. Mitchell passes to Jaquez. Back to Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. Hero from long range. And again, it's the Heat missing. The Knicks leading by 13. Houston the pass to Robinson. Over in the corner, McBride. From outside, off the mark. Miami's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Jaquez outside. Pass to Adebayo. Back to Jaquez. Miami needs to get a shot off. Over Sohan. Misses off the right iron.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
That falls. Nice feed that time from Brunson. Sohan's got his first 2 points.
And I like how agile Sohan is inside. He just looks for those subtle ways to beat you.
Hero from long range. It's rebounded by New York.
Still searching for his first bucket of the night. He is struggling, and so is his team.
Sohan, the pass to Brunson. And it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14.
Yeah, this is the player that Brunson has become. He's capable of carrying the load offensively on any given night.
Hero attacking. On the wing, Mitchell. Drills the three-pointer. Mitchell's got his third basket of the night.
And that's the best way to beat a double team. Find the open man.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Houston. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
Ladie has to know Houston is looking for revenge in these moments. Nice triple there.
Hero finds Adebayo. Nice move. He lays it in. Adebayo's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Playing from behind right here. Not easy, but he is answering the bell.
He's doing everything he can to keep him in this game, finding good looks.
And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
And it's such an advantage to have a big man who can facilitate at a high level like that.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Miles McBride. Then there's Landry Shamet. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Robinson in at the 5 spot. That's the 5 for New York right now. And the layup falls.
Oh, and the touch on the interior. Hero can hit jumpers as well as capitalize in close.
In the corner, Shamet with it. Down low. The kick out to Towns. Shamet the pass to Towns. Now, here's Clarkson. New York needs to get off a shot. Robinson, that's good.
Nice. Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Here's Yaka Jonas, defended by McBride. Ware passes to Hawkes. It's 3-pointers off the mark. The Knicks leading by 18. Right wing. Back to McBride. New York moving the ball around. Shamet finds McBride. Powell with the steal.
Too much passes. Too many passes.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And nice. How sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets. An exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. And Mike Brown decides to call timeout. He has decided it's the right time to talk. Jalen Brunson, he's checked in for Clarkson. And Miami also making a switch. Wiggins is checked in. And so it's New York with it. Shamet on the wing. Powell with the steal. Here's Hero. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Well, if you give Hero a chance in the open floor, he loves to run. Great hustle that time, getting ahead of the break.
Left side, Towns. Miami grabs the miss.
Yeah, he's got to be mad at himself for missing that one, especially considering the defense didn't really affect him.
Wiggins in the post. He's covered by Shamet. The Knicks leading by 14. Here's Brunson. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
And man, can Brunson get going in a hurry? He's got his fingerprints all over this one.
Brunson against Hero. Off target from outside.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Pass to Robinson. That's a 2 from Towns. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. 13 points for Karl Anthony Towns.
And how about the confidence right there? Towns feeling like he can shoot whenever and wherever he wants.
Outside, Hero. From downtown, again the miss by the Heat.
And it just feels like his poor shooting has been contagious to his entire team as they find themselves trailing.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And they just keep building out this lead. With each made basket, their confidence increases.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Powell, the pass to Larson. Wiggins outside. You know, Tim, some people love the star power of dynasties, but do you think the league's push for parity is helping the game overall?
Overall, I do believe competitive balance is good for the league. I think there are more fan bases that stay more engaged longer into the year, and that's just good for everybody.
I totally agree. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for New York.
And guys, how about the unselfishness and all about working that ball around, shifting the defense, and just seeking out the best shot.
And they've also done an outstanding job scoring in the paint, getting close looks and just pounding them inside.
For the Knicks, Josh Hart comes in for Mitchell Robinson, and it's Bridges in for Miles McBride. Both good from the line that time. The Heat have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Wiggins outside. Back to Mitchell. Pass to Adebayo. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Adebayo's got 21 in the game.
Well, he's certainly not the reason they're down. If they're going to grab the lead here, more guys are going to have to step up.
Shamet the pass to Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
And how about the game from Towns? The combination of that height and shooting, probably unmatched in the NBA.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Heat. Pass to Larson. Off target with his three.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the board has been impressive. Changing ends quickly, he's rewarded with a high percentage look.
And they are showing you why it's so important to get up the floor before the defense can set themselves.
Good ball movement here by Miami. And it's Wiggins missing.
So far, he hasn't done a lot of damage from three. Only had that one in the first half.
Powell with the steal.
Powell.
Here's Larson, and he's good on the three ball.
Well, taking full advantage of a defensive weakness there, and it certainly helps if you get shots that your guys can knock down.
There's Shamet, and right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own. He's got 25.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth, it is really competitive out there.
Adebayo with a screen on Hart. And it's Wiggins missing. For New York, they've gone on a tear here in the fourth. They're 8 of 9 on field goal attempts in the quarter. The Heat shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. Powell outside. Adebayo throws it down.
Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Brunson finds Shamet. To the middle. Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Ooh, he put a little extra on that one.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Heat shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Knicks.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And continued dominance against this team, winning both of their matchups this season.
And as usual, some excellent work tonight in what was a quality big impact game for Jalen Brunson.
Well, it's a great night for him, and his impact goes beyond the box score. The relentless energy he plays with fuels his team.
29 seconds left in the fourth quarter. For three, Bridges. Towns. Second chance shot, and it's good on the layup.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
What a great performance. They have given the fans their money's worth.
That is not a simple finish by any means. Adebayo had to keep his focus, makes the D think twice about getting physical with him.
Pass to Clarkson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
Second team foul. Jordan Clarkson.
The first free throw is good. And both free throws good for Clarkson. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. So no problem for New York as they get the win. Huge moment in this group round of the NBA Cup. The record is now 1 up and 1 down.
And Kevin, I thought their energy and effort was outstanding. I mean, backs against the wall, and they delivered.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Along with Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan saying thank you once again for being with us here tonight on 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Karl Anthony Towns.
Towns. Oh, yeah, that's because he had 19 points, 14 rebounds, and 5 assists. But my man, Landry Shamet, 25 points off the bench, man. 9 for 9, 4 for 4, didn't miss not one single shot. Damn. That's what's up, man. It's good when he's good if you know how to use him, man. For real. I'm just now figuring out how to use this dude. He's good, man. Hey, thanks. I did watch my live. I really appreciate it. I'll be doing my podcast probably later on.